Erikson is best known for his famous theory of psychosocial development. Psychosocial development postulates that people advance through the stages of development based on how they adjust to social crises throughout their lives. Psychosocial theory has 8 stages. First is the infancy. Infancy starts at 0 to 1 year. Trust versus mistrust. Children who are consistently loved and cared by their parents and have their needs addressed should develop the ability to trust.
Tell me about it. Really?
Next, we have early childhood. Early childhood starts at 1 to 3 years. Autonomy versus shame or doubt. Children should be encouraged to use their free will and experiment with new talents. Discouragement or lack of encouragement can result in long-term self-doubt. Next, we have the play age. Play age starts at 3 to 6 years. Initiative versus guilt. Children should be encouraged to be self-sufficient. If a child's independent initiatives and play activities are excessively regulated, he or she may experience long-term guilt.
Princess, ayaw na ilak. Mo-work man to imong mama.
Gani, play na lang ta. Princess!
And next is school age. School age starts at 7 to 11 years. Industry versus inferiority. It is a sense of industry, is a strong drive to be innovative and productive. A school child's creative and productive pursuits should be encouraged. If you are mocked for your incompetence, you may develop a sense of inferiority.
Okay, class, nakahuman na ba tanan sa assignment?
Yes, ma'am.
Nag-pass your assignment.
Audio Jungle.
Scar. Isa lang ako. Isa lang yung sir ako na.
Kain mo na galing mo drawing. Ako na.
Next is the adolescence. Adolescence starts at 12 to 8 years. Identity versus confusion. It is the feeling of self and identity in the world are things that young people want. If they believe that they don't fit into any group, they could experience identity confusion that persists throughout adulthood.
Hi ma, pwede ko mananghid.
Sarapod na.
Si Crystal manggod kay nangagad siya ba nga malaag daw mi karon. Pwede ra malaag.
Say lag-lag panglimpyo diri ako na sige panglimpyo.
Nalimpyo naman ko, malaag ragod ko.
Muna limpyo ni mo dahil kay kalat oh.
Pwede rin. Sige na tayo eskwela tapos sige na pala ako. Unsa na day ko? Sige na day ko kay estudyante.
Then we have the young adulthood. Young adulthood starts at 19 to 29. Intimacy versus isolation. Young adults devote their time and energy to create close bonds with their significant ones. If they don't succeed, a feeling of loneliness will set in.
Hey guys, kabalo ba mo gahapon gikilig mi ako kay gitagaan ko roses ni you know, padayon.
Oo, ako kay wala ko reply yan.
Okay na importante. Basta, gikilig joke ko. Ikaw, mayan ka lang?
Wala ka. Kapuyan mo kung mga inana.
Sa ato nga edad karon dapat gina-enjoy na na mo eh.
Boss, di na ko carry.
Nasa kantin ta, kainit kay tini. Dili sa ako guys, dili sa ako, wala na ko'y kwarta.
Hi, kanus apa na ko mapit ani nga generation. Sige lang mag-study sa ako. Ano na lang ako magsulod sa mga inana.
Next is the adulthood. Adulthood starts at 30 to 64 years. It is where generativity versus stagnation. Parenting next generation is one way that generative adults give back to society. Adults who are consumed with themselves become stagnant and unable to further the development of their civilization.
Audio Jungle.
Last but not the least, we have the old age. Old age starts at 65 onward. This is where integrity versus despair. People consider their contributions to society as they approach their twilight years. When the end of their lives approaches, those who are unhappy with their lot in life will grow hopeless.
Audio Jungle.
According to Freud's psychoanalytic theory, the id is the primitive and instinctual part of the mind that contains sexual and aggressive drives and hidden memories. The superego operates as a moral conscience, and the ego is the realistic part that mediates between the desires of the id and the superego. Although each part of the personality comprises unique features, they interact to form a whole, and each part makes a relative contribution to an individual's behavior. The id operates on the pleasure principle Freud 1920 that every unconscious wishful impulse should be satisfied immediately regardless of the consequences. The id engaged in primary process thinking, which is primitive, illogical, irrational, and fantasy-oriented. This form of process thinking has no comprehension of objective reality, and this is selfish and wishful in nature. The ego develops from the id during infancy. The ego's goal is to satisfy the id's demands in a safe and socially acceptable way. In contrast to the id, the ego follows the reality principle as it operates in both the conscious and unconscious mind.
It is a substance or a thing. Water, correct.
Hi guys! Uy! Kabalo po muna ay Ben ang basa dumagat sila wala ang ta?
Sure, uy.
Oo, karon sila. So, travel ta karon para unyang gabi mugaw na ta.
Ili ko, magdoon na ko.
Sige na, Shakira ko yung taduha. Talagsa ka ba ni?
Ay, ka!
Kalan sila na
Hindi
ugma.
ka magtuon ugma.
Dili ko, magdoon na ko.
Laag tagang.
Sige, ay, mailis na ko ikaw, Shakira.
Dili ko, dili ako.
Sige.
Sus, sayan ayo ay na pagtuon. Let's go.
Bye-bye.